Hi guys, and welcome back to another video in the wrestling review. And this is your um, NXT review slash odds recap video. So to start us off, guys, we had a recap from last 2 weeks. So um and then we end our into first match to Ada Parker going on with Kelly Armstrong. The next in line graduate Jada Parker going one-on-one with the Evolve graduate and here actually Jada Parker is on the back for two a bit, although she did hit the heist hip attack Kelly Armstrong as the heel, so naturally wrestled a slower pace. She beats Jada with the Kelly connection 1, 2, 3. This would lead to Jada Parker after happen later on to the show, trashing the locker room backstage and an appearance from Natty says who says you've got on soft. So there's a clear character direction. They might get a more aggressive Jada Parker than they have before, back to the more sort of street brawler type character. But then we um um but then after the match we see Tony D'Angelo attack Avion Heights, tackles him in the backstage area. This leads to then Tony D and Robert Stone's office. Stone, I, you can't take my actors into your own hands. Tony D demands a shot at Tavia on Heights for the attack. Stone reluctantly makes the match. Then we get hold onto our mute certain sites. Then we get to Jasper or Troy versus Jackson Jarek. He's accompanied by Swipe Bright Brad Baylor and Aki Smokes. Jarek actually starts out quite fast out the ball. Hawks, short drop, kicks a dive in the outside, and he really takes it to Troy. Here, Troy begins to, um, Troy, Troy almost begins to take control, but just as Troy gets shoved into the post, Troy tries to long the Jackson Drake into the post. He was able to reverse, get out of that shove the big man into the post. As soon as Jasper or Troy starts to take control, Mykka Lockwood arms out, power slam arms him. It sets up Drake for the DD. It sets up Jackson Drake for the 450, and he gets a win. So, it's clear that Mykka Lockwood, who's the winner of LF3 Season 2, as a permanent fixture of the Vanity Project. Now it's stated as well that she's the storyline girlfriend of Jackson Drake. Um, so pretty decent character development, and um, if they're gonna make for Vanity Project Jammy Heels, they would have like a bodyguard with them, and like Mykka Lockwood fits very well into the kind of sort of female wrestling body archetype, if you like. Um, she's already power slammed a big guy in Jasper or Troy, and obviously aided Jackson in picking up the victory. Um, so yeah, um, so the ne so the next um item on the show here is a um as a vignette with um evil original owners Nicaro, or I can't really pronounce it, but yeah, that's in um um that's the name has been given now, because you can't use evil because that's trademarked. We get we get a recap in the vignette. If he says I'm not if it's given title only deed a proclamations, he's here to hold NXT gold to dominate Japan, and um so uh then we get another so then we get like before the uh before the last match, we get a recap package. Everybody's already seen Jasper challenged Drake, so I don't understand why we got another one before the match. Then we got a hype package, actually. listing angels. He talks about being a sheep farmer from Dorset. He says Mr. England's here to dominate NXT. He runs down miles on Harold Hendricks and Shiloh Hill and Hankin Tank. So then we get a reaction later on in the night from Shiloh Hill. Um, and Shiloh says Tristan Angels is Tristan Angels is mocking me. I'll consult with my Twitter for all wars and ask the for insults on Angel. If people, it looks like a male or do all of that stuff. After that was in response to Angel's comment about um Shiloh how having the missing tooth looking after the raccoons etc. So it was kind of a nice retort here and it builds and it builds into um and it'll build into a feud between the two. It will look like there's as Arya comes out in the text and she talks about how NXT has changed a bit. She said even though the NXT North American Championship killed her friendship with Ruka, it's her intention to take the North American Championship to Pathis. You're taking packs with sympathizes with her anger, but she says nobody is taking away the North American Championship from her. Just see if I'm still recording. Yes, I am. Then we get the new arrow Azure, and she comes out and she says, she he says the North American Championship needs a brand of heavy metal. Nikita Lyons comes out also to call her short, and like obviously she's not going to get the um a shot anytime soon because she jobs out a lot, but she's got a lot of personality. She's kind of get cool and yeah, and she kind of mocks or Aziri in a bit. Our impression of Aziri in is hilarious. And yeah, she should be higher up the card. She's already she's already an NXT, a former NXT Women's Tag Team Champion when that belt was still in existence. Her and Zoe Stark had her reign. She was out injured for a bit, but has since been kind of demoted down to Evolve. it, it's Sarah even doing Bill like Monroe's bidding when Bill like Monroe was part of NXT. Um, that spin kick she uses in her matches could be a big deal, and could be a match with, and I don't understand why she's jobbing out a lot. Because I think she's got lot more to offer. Anyway, there'll be a big tag team match next week, as um, obviously that's confirmed the way later on by Robert on Zahari is pissed off. She says she's on the tag team she wants her shot at the North American Championship. Roberts 1 point bill and says if you want your shot at the North American Championship, you'll take the match. It's you and Nikita up against um, up against Tatum and all as they reign, and you already know who's taking the pin next week. Um, it's unfortunately going to be Nikita Lyons. Um, Nikita Lyons, sorry. Um, then we get then we get final interrupting the rights conversation about having to deal with Tyler Wilder, EK Prosper and Sean Legacy. Finally, is that he's just dialed he's just dialed up for Eagle. So the Eagle's on the phone he says he sent Charlie back to the Snake Pit Training School, which is owned by Eagle in, in preparation for the six-man tag. Obviously, Charles will be involved in and then the Eagle says you have to deal with those three and keep it with and keep it swollen within your butt. Right, then we get an interesting NXT Origins video package of Rhea Ripley talking about her evolution. I like these origin videos. It gives the current crop of NXT talent something to aspire to, I guess. No, the are runs into the vanity project. He talks to, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's obviously one of the Volvre Aussies, Spanish. I can't remember the guy's name, but like um, he challenges Jackson Drake. Mykka would puts a hand um on Noam shoulder. She says she'll be accompanying action to ringside. It'll be a cool match because both Noam and Jackson have kind of similar qualities in their gimmicks, and it's good to see the Harbour arc in NXT. The R should be challenging realistically. No, the R should be challenging Miles on for the North American Championship. He's a good in-ring mechanic. He's obviously a Scottish as well, so I know quite a lot about him. There you go. Oh, Sean's probably gonna watch this after it's uploaded and and he sent himself in the area as talking about another Scottish indie artist. Channel has become a bit of an appreciation for the Scottish indie scene. Um, so apologies for that, Sean, but yeah, that'll be a good match next week. But that'll be but that's where I want Noam to be. I want him to be in and about the mix for titles, and as I've said, he's an in-ring mechanic, so you could maybe have him have a couple of matches with Miles on for the North American Championship. You could obviously have him challenge for the TNA International um, Championship. Of course, he featured on TNA British Bootcamp Series 2 when Challenge had the said that the British Bootcamp sort of tough enough esque sort of reality based show. He was one of the wrestlers that was featured on that. So was the recently released album Ayer, although she's back to the Kaylee name. But yeah, she was on Radio was on yeah, I think Dave Mastiff was also on for the second season, and a few others that you um know, but like any case, he's got that kind of experience of TNA as well. So yeah, so maybe he still has a few connections left over from that time as well. But we'll get into we'll, we'll get into the mixed tag team match. It's all of Ice versus all things as a Dame and Nikova. And now this is actually not a bad match at all. Um, you get I get what Anna doing her scissors and Vance. It's revealed that Nick over answers a reality array. Hogan heavyweight champion, and that's Booker T's kind of joint promotion on charity training school. You have various wrestlers are shown up from NXT. Jada Parker actually wrestled Alex Garcia, um, Jasper Troy's wrestled a few matches down in the air. You get the likes of EK Prosper, who had a spell down in reality wrestling. So yeah, it's got that sort of NXT intertwined connection as it would, because McCarthy's one of the LFG judges, but he's also one of the commentators for NXT, so having his own sort of promotion, if you like, sort of intertwined in the WWE program, I think it's an excellent idea, and having Nico Ansel to that championship is pretty cool. Vance is more a power guy. It all breaks down Vance and then give Anna section of Izzy and Low battle. Then it's a miss you from the Aisha misses Chris, but as he connects with the knee and as he pins the NXT Women's Champion, and she's also on half of the Triple A World Mixed Tag Team Champion, so she's got two chances at potential titles here, but as it pans will otherwise, she's surely in line for an NXT Women's Tag, possibly her and Nick over hands are in line for a mixed tag team championship shot down in Chirrup away. Not a bad match here. Of course, before the match, though, Harold Hendricks attacks, Tony D'Angelo in the backstage area as he was heading out. Robert Stone demanded that the mixed tag team match be moved up the card to decide what's happening. Hendricks was banned from the arena, but afterwards, Stone tells Heights that D'Angelo wants the match reinstated. So that is the main event, guys. But then we get to the next match in the card. Dark Dates cut are James and Elias Griffin up against Hank, up against Hank and Hank. This actually some of the ascension is Lennox grabs a chair alongside the hopes to drill Hank and Tank, but Augusta option is Lennox was like, what are you doing? You do this every week. The two of them turn their back to each other. Victor also calls him to pay excellent children. I liked that line. I can briefly come back into it. An assisted torture act gets away, and um, it will get pretty cool from top with James. Obviously, Griffin gives a assist, but it's a pretty cool move, and it gets dark state away. And obviously, yeah, Griffin's the powerhouse in the group. You've got Orias, who's the you've got Cutler or James, who's the amateur wrestler of the group, the whole agent style call each wrestle, or I should say you've got Orias, get up in the powerhouse, you've got Dion Lennox, a hothead, and you've got the unusual offenses think on Sugars. Obviously, Sugars and Lennox there's tension and it's built over, but Dark State still gets the war in here. Um, yeah, yeah. So pretty soon we'll probably get the feud but between Sugars and Lennox, but this was actually good foreshadowing. Um, foreshadowing. Then we get, then we obviously get Jada Parker's rash out. We already have spoken about that, obviously, earlier on. Kalani Orton Oxlow of Ice, she says, losing to Izzy. Um, she says, losing to Izzy now. Um, how about giving me a title shot? Well, Ice is looking pretty weak as champion. Is she pissed off Shawn Michaels or something? 'Cause that's two big losses she's received now. Kendall Jerry are arrives to challenge or and for destroying the Renting kill his knee. She basically says you value friendship over title shots and you've had a lot of title opportunities anyway. But here's mine. But Booker T and Vic Joseph completely lost audio after that match, so that was fun. We get probably one of the strongest segments of the night. Keanu ever been interviewed by NXT's newest interviewer Emily Eager will go if for the purposes of this review. She tries to get a word with Keanu Carver. He says, I'm not speaking to you with camera as are on me. She says to Jimmy, the cameraman, put the camera down, but he leaves it on its side, kinda like the Paul Bearer Jerry Wall or sort of conversation with your Paul Bearer reveals to the king that he's Ian's for ad, or if you remember that angle from like Raw 98, you know what happens here. Eggard actually asks, um, actually, he asks, Yano what's his motivation. He says it's money. He says isn't it? This is a job. He's got a family back home. The reason why he takes out people was because he's him, and that's just his ideal. He's not here to make friends. Um, he's here to look after his family and take paychecks, and if that's not and if that's not happening successfully, he'll move on to something else. You see, but Curtis' reaction is odd. He was assumed. He says he'll like he said he understands some Carver's attitude a bit more, but in a different side. But basically, the crux of it is Carver. I said he's not here to play games with anyone. It does notice the cameras still all roll in as well. So yeah, yeah, so pretty good style of segment, and this actually took place a bit further away from the arena. Tony D'Angelo versus Avion Heights is up next. It's the main event match of this episode. Um, obviously, um, obviously, this comes about after our Heights attack last week. So, so I'm Hendrix comes out to interrupt proceedings through the match, and um, and that provides on chance to take him out, but with the dive, Heights gets distracted, um, but then D'Angelo hits the head to the Heights choke slam onto free. He gets a win, but he then gets attacked by um he- he then get he then gets attacked by he then gets attacked by or who's he then gets attacked by Rose to enter the match. I didn't quite get his name as Rose shouts down the camera his name. Um, but yeah, But yeah, that's how it ends. With obviously Rouse saying he's alive. Um, he's obviously a mainstay of the UK scene. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna actually give this an 8 out of 10. Pretty good show. I, I'll have to retract I'll have to knock off a couple of points because of the unnecessary unnecessary recaps at times. But yeah, um, but yeah, it could have been higher if those were kept to a minimum. You don't need the apps every single week. Um, but yeah, it could actually have been a 9 and a 10, but for that reason, I'm gonna give it an 8. I think an 8 still a pretty decent um for an entry into NXT fandom and content. So yeah, of course you do get a lot of uh, information about the new all ops. Mykka Lockwood again looks an interesting prospect. You've got you've got Noam the back in the mix. You've got Rose at the end of the show attacking Tony D'Angelo. He's got challengers like Nicaro um, and and all sorts of stuff coming after him. All of Ice gets pinned again, this time by as a dame. She's wanting a shot. Tatum Paxley, he's got three potential challengers coming after Ariel Azirain and Nikita Lyons, who they all know that's who unfortunately is taking the pin in the tag match. I would like to see Nikita Lyons get a push. I said to that in the last 2 weeks review, she's got a lot of personality, and as I've said, when she walks and she takes a piss out as a rain, it's hilarious. I love it when heels take the piss and Hawk, basically. She's obviously got a lot of personality. As I've said, the spin kick she uses in her matches is excellent. That should be like a protected finisher, and she should win championships, not only championships, but standard matches with that move, because it does look cool and brutal. But as I've said, I don't know what it is, but like, see, since the long-term injury she's had, NXT hasn't known what to do with her. Maybe that's why she's part of LFG, even though it makes no sense because she's already held the former NXT Women's Tag Team Championships with the recently released Zoe Starks, but yeah, with Zoe Starks, so honey, I keep getting my mixed up between Zoe Stark and Ricky Starks, or should I say Ricky Saints these days, but any case, guys, that's my NXT thoughts. Let me know in the comment, and let me know in the comment section your thoughts down below. Oh, and I'll try and get back to you the best I can. I do appreciate people like Indulge who doesn't watch the product. I enjoy hearing your feedback as well on my videos, um, etc. You're always very supportive regardless of the type of video I put out, so thanks for that. As always, I want to know Sean's thoughts in the comments section as well. Let me know your thoughts. Maybe actually, maybe actually look up the apps Lockwood sofa art to me. She kinda reminds me of a modern China, to be honest. But yeah, guys, that's where we'll leave it. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you very soon for another until hit the bell to be notified that any new videos on this channel. Share the video on the channel around. You know what to do. Every interaction helps the channel, and I'll see you all very soon.